Good morning to Flashpoint community and welcome to this week's FOC show. I'm your host, Nick, always helping out my buddy Danny and the rest of the crew over at Flashpoint Comics and Games. FOC show for FOCable books on Monday, July 7th, 2025. I hope you all had a wonderful, fun, and safe 4th of July. We've got an FOC show today on a Saturday morning for the books FOCing this Monday. It's a big week and a big month for comic book fans, for superhero fans. I mean, we have Superman coming out next week. Just a huge relaunch of the DCEU or whatever they're calling themselves now. Fantastic Four in 3 weeks. So a lot of good stuff happening over there, and a lot of good stuff coming over to Flashpoint Comics and Games. So if you haven't already, go check out the store in Winter Springs, Florida. Right now, they are celebrating like a 4th of July weekend. So why don't you go and check them out, Winter Springs, Florida. And you can actually FOC your books in person at the store. So first off, what is FOC for those that don't know? FOC stands for Final Order Cutoff. That means it's the last date to get your orders in for any books coming out in couple weeks, couple months. But if you like your variant covers, if you like incentives, this is the show to go to, your FOC show. Last day to get your orders in for all these books, July 7th on a Monday. Please email all your requests to flashpointcomicsandgames@gmail.com before 9 p.m. on Monday, July 7th. You could also go into the store to submit your FOCs. You could also call the store to submit your FOCs. And finally, you go to League of Comic Geeks to submit your FOCs. Just select Flashpoint Comics and Games as your store. So without further ado, let's start with DC Comics. So you can go to this website, lunardistribution.com, and you can actually look at upcoming FOC if you want to watch along with me, or if you want to do this on your own time. So Absolute Promethea hardcover book. It's a 2026 edition. Ancestral Recall number 1 of 5. A cover by Adagon Ilhan. B cover is a 1 of 3 incentive by Carly Randolph. Archie Jumbo Comics Digest number 363. Artist at Last trade paperback. Assorted Crisis Events number 3 of 5 by number 5. A cover Eric Zawadski. There's a B cover by Javier Polito. There's a 1 in 25 by Alvaro Martinez. Avengers in the Veracity Trap hardcover. Batman by Grant Morrison trade paperback book 2. I think this is the run that the upcoming movie that's sort of rumored might be based off of. So this actually I guess this collects Damian Wayne as the new Robin. So this will probably be a pretty popular one. Check that one out. Batman, The Long Halloween, The Last Halloween, number 8 of 10. 8 covers by Tim Sale. B covers by Becky Cloonan. I think that's featuring, Solomon Grundy, I think? Ridiculous character, I'll say that. There's a C cover by Brian Stelfreeze. Black Demon Tales, Mechanica number 1. It's a one-shot. 8 cover by Hugo Petrus. A 1 in 10 by Hector Rodriguez, the B cover. Bitchcraft number 2, spelled differently. 1 cover for that. Chamberlains number 3, 8 cover Todd Skull. B cover is by Todd Skull. So for this one, you have to put the variant. So this one's your Inner Skull A cover, and B cover is a Shattered Skull. Then there's a C cover, Skulls and Snakes. And a D cover, it's a hollow wraparound. Complete Hate trade paperback volume 1. Conan the Barbarian number 23. There's an E cover, it's a Dan Panosian foil virgin. And a G cover, it's a Greg Staples glow in the dark. Conan the Barbarian, the original comics omnibus hardcover, volume 6 is a direct-to-market edition, that cover, and this is a regular edition. Crush Depth, number 5 of 5. Cry Wolf Girl hardcover. Cul de Sac, number 1 of 4, 8 cover Jonathan Wayshak. B cover Tony Flex. C covers by Jonathan Wayshak. It's a Chromium variant. The D cover, it's a 1 in 20 by Andrea Sorrentino. It's a 1 in 50 by Roman Villalobos. It's a 1 in 10 by Jim Mahfood. Dark Pyramids, number 5 of 5. DC's Finest, The Spectre, The Wrath of the Spectre trade paperback. Detective Kaioju, number 2 of 4. C cover by Kit Wallace. All right, so we have a couple trade paperbacks here for Dogman. They're all hardcovers. There's Volume 7, Volume 8, Volume 9, Volume 10, and Volume 11. And then there's a Volume 12 and a Volume 13. DuckTales, number 5, A cover Ivan Bagarella. B cover Francisco Tomaselli. C cover Carlo Loro. D cover by our homie Ellen Qua. E cover Tommaso Ronda. Then a 1 in 10, it's a Virgin by Ronda. Then a G is a 1 in 10 by Alan Qua. Then H is a 1 in 15 by Carlo Loro. Then I is a 1 in 15 by Francisco Tomaselli. J is a 1 in 20 by Ivan Bagarelli. DuckTales, Treasure of the Lost Lamp, hardcover, volume 6. EC Fan Addict Fanzine, number 7. Exquisite Corpses, number 1, the third printing of that. Then the second printing, it's an A cover by Michael Walsh. The second printing, it's a B cover by Michael Walsh. It's polybagged. The Flash, number 23, A cover David Paratori. B covers by Serge Acuna. C cover Travick Mercer. Flash Gordon Quarterly, number 4. Gargoyles, Damana, number 2, A cover Megan Hetrick. B cover Jay Lee. C cover Frank Poor. D cover Sebastian Perez. E cover Megan Hetrick. It's a foil, a metal premium. There's an F cover, same cover design, but it's a Virgin. Gargoyles, Damina, number 2. It's a G cover, 1 in 10 by Frank Poir. H cover is a 1 in 10 by Sebastian Perez. I cover is a 1 in 15 by Frank Poir. J cover is a 1 in 20 by Jay Lee. K cover is a 1 in 7 by Jay Lee. L cover is a 1 in 7 by Sebastian Perez. Gatchman, Only One Earth trade paperback. Gehenna Naked Aggression, number 2 of 4, A cover, Maurizio Rosenweig. B cover by Nick Pitara. 1 in 10 by Marco Ferrari. D covers by Nick Pitara. It's a polybagged. G.I. Joe number 7, second printing, A cover Jason Howard. And then there's also a B cover by Howard as well. So you say A or B for that. Gotham City Sirens, Unfit for Orbit, number 5 of 5, wrapping up the mini. A cover, Terry Dodson and Rachel Dodson. B cover, Nubovich. C cover, Gulliam March. It's a connecting. Then there's also a connecting foil by March. Then there's a 1 in 25 by Helen Mask. Green Arrow 2023 trade paperback, volume 4. Harley Quinn, Wild at Heart trade paperback. It's a compact edition. I Tyrant number 1, A cover, Jason Sean Alexander. B covers, it's a Godfar connecting. C is a blank. 1 in 10s by Riccardo Federici. 1 in 25s by Steven Subic. 1 in 50s by Ryan Gajda. And a 1 in 100 is a G cover by Hans Woody. And if anybody's up and watching, feel free to drop some comments. We could talk about anything that you'd like regarding comics, superheroes, Star Wars, pop culture. Justice League Dark Tomorrow Special. It's a one-shot. 8 covers by Clan Tormey. B cover, Jorge Fornes. C cover by Nathan Schursdy. D cover, Fernando Blanco. E covers 1 in 25 by Mark Buckingham. Kamen Rider Kuga trade paperback, volume 10. Kid Flash Going Rogue trade paperback. Killer Be Killed, one shot. Lazarus Fallen, number 2. Lost Fantasy, number 2, second printing. Lost Marvels hardcover, number 2, Howard Chaykin, volume 1. Lucky Devils, number 3 of 6, 3 of 9, second printing. Lucky Devils number 4 of 9, cover A by Ryan Brown, and a B cover by Andrew Macklin. Mad Magazine 45. Marvel's Daredevil, the first 60 years previously offered through Diamond. I guess that's why some of the Marvel stuff is on the Lunar. Very interesting. Medieval Spawn, number 4 wrapping up the mini. A cover by Tom Nalchik. B cover, Cal Jew. Miro and the City of Ghosts, trade paperback. Moon Goddess, number 2 of 2. Moon Prince, trade paperback. News from the Fallen, number 1 of 6, second printing. Then there's number 2 and an A cover by Jeffrey Allen Love. B cover, Leslie Herman. Nightwing Annual one-shot number 1. Out of Alcatraz number 5, wrapping up the mini. A cover, Tyler Crook. B cover, Oliver Dominguez. 1 in 10 by Tyler Crook. C cover. D covers a 1 in 20 by Naomi Frike. Pale Knight, number 3 of 6. Prince Valiant hardcover, volume 30, 95 to 96. Prodigal Son, number 1 of 4, second printing. Robot Girl, number 9, A cover, Mike White, a dynamic duo. B covers, Mike White surfs up. You could get both covers here. It's a C Mike White hollow foil flip variant. Sesame Street, Bert and Ernie spring cleaning hardcover. Space Quest, Johnny Quest, Space Quest number 3, A cover by Mark Spears. B cover, Joshua Middleton. C cover, Derek Chu. D cover, Ben Oliver. E cover, Chad Hardin. F cover, Joshua Middleton. It's a metal variant. G covers by Middleton. It's a limited version. 1 in 10s by Mark Bagley. I covers a 1 in 10 by Chad Hardin. J covers a 1 in 10 by Mark Bagley. K covers 1 in 15 by Ben Oliver. L covers 1 in 15 by Mark Bagley. M covers 1 in 15 by Derek Chu. N covers a 1 in 20 by Mark Bagley. O covers a 1 in 20 by Mark Spears. Spawn, Salmon, Twitch, Case Files, 16, A cover, Raymond Gay. It's a Sam cover. The B cover is also by Raymond Gay. It's a Twitch variant. Spawn Scorch, number 43. A cover is by Tauntaun Revolver. B cover is by Bjorn Berens. Speed Racer, number 1. A cover, Alessio Zono. B cover, Sean Galloway. C cover, David Tinto. D cover, Nicoletta Beldari. E covers by Sebastian Perez. There's an F cover, it's a blank. G covers a 1 in 10. H is a 1 in 20. Star Wars Insider number 233. C covers a foil virgin featuring the Bad Batch. Superman number 1 facsimile edition. A cover by Joe Shuster and Leo O'Malia. And there's also a foil variant. There's a blank if you'd like that. Superman, the Triangle Era Omnibus hardcover, volume 2. Swords of Wintersea trade paperback, book 1. Teen Titans Starfire trade paperback connecting cover edition. Terminator number 9, A cover, Declan Shalvey. B cover, Edwin Galman. C cover, Cat Staggs. D cover, David Cousins. E cover, Declan Shalvey. It's a metal premium. F cover is by Declan Shalvey. It's a line art. G covers a 1 in 10 by Cat Staggs. 1 in 10s by Shalvey. 1 in 15, I'm sorry. 1 in 15 by David Cousins is an I cover. J cover is a 1 in 20 by Edwin Galman. K cover is a 1 in 20 by Declan Shalvey. Thundercats Lost, number 4, A cover, Declan Shalvey. B cover, Clayton Henry. C cover, Megan Hetrick. D cover, Rafa Laboso. E cover by Jay Lee. F cover is by Declan Shalvey. It's a metal. G cover by Shalvey is a virgin. H covers a 1 in 10 by Clayton Henry. I covers a 1 in 10 by Jay Lee. J covers a 1 in 10 by Clayton Henry. K covers a 1 in 20 by Rafa Labosco. L covers 1 in 20 by Megan Hetrick. M covers 1 in 20 by Clayton Henry. Titans 2025 annual #1. It's a one-shot. A cover, Phil Jimenez. B cover, Daniel Sapphire. C cover, Jolie Jones. Unnatural Blue Blood trade paperback. Weight trade paperback. What's the furthest place from here? #22. A cover, Tyler Boss. B cover, Claytano Valenzuela. Which Hazel Variety Hour one-shot? Witchblade trade paperback volume 2. You'll Do Bad Things #5 of 6. A cover, Tyler Boss. B cover, Adriano Turtulisi. And a 1 in 10 by Malachi Ward. And that is your DC/Lunar. Hey, Danny. Hope you guys are feeling better. I saw you're all under the weather. At least the kiddo and Lauren are. Maybe you're not. All right. Next up, we are going to go to Marvel. For Marvel books, you could go to Penguin. Let's see, is it Penguin? PRHcomics.com. And then you can go to upcoming FOC, which is showing Marvel here. So the way that it works is Marvel does main cover, variants, incentives. So we have all new Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider #1. Here's your A cover. There will be a variant by J. Scott Campbell. It is not shown yet. And then that Campbell variant will also have an incentive. There's a Mateo Lowly foil. That's just a variant. Then we have a Nogi San variant and a Simone DeMayo's an incentive. All new Venom #9. Here's your main cover. This is an incentive. It's by CF Villa. There will be a variant by J. Scott Campbell and also an incentive by Campbell. Here's your Juan Ferreira. Amazing Spider-Man #9. There's your main cover. Here's your incentive by Emma Lupacino. Here's your J. Scott Campbell featuring Mary Jane. And there's your incentive by Campbell. Here's your Netho Diaz variant. Black Cat #1. Here's your A cover. Here's your Derek Chu variant. And your incentive by Derek Chu. Here's your J. Scott Campbell variant. And there's your J. Scott incentive. Here's your Ji-Hung Lee. And your incentive for Ji-Hung Lee. Here's your Peach Momoko. I'm sure that one will be popular. Here's your incentive by Simone DeMayo. Here's your Terry Dodson. That's a foil. Captain America #2. Here's your main cover. And here's your Chip Zdarsky variant. Is Zdarsky writing this? He is. I wonder if it's any good. I typically do like Zdarsky stuff. Here's your J. Scott Campbell for the Captain America. And there's your incentive by J. Scott Campbell. Here's your John Tyler Christopher Negative Space. Here's your Kevin Maguire Hidden Gem. It's an incentive. Here's your Mark Buckingham variant. And lastly, it's an incentive by Valerio Schiti. It's a design. Kept Civil War #1 facsimile. Then there's also a foil variant. There's an incentive by Greg Land. And a Michael Turner foil. Daredevil Cold Day in Hell #3. I was excited for this one. I didn't start reading it, but I wonder if it's good. Here's your main cover. B cover by Daniel Warren Johnson. There's an incentive by Johnson. Here's your Giuseppe Comasoli. Here's your Peach Momoko. It's a Marvel Rivals, it looks like. Here's an incentive by Steve McNiven featuring Elektra. Deadpool and X-Force Omnibus. Here's your direct-to-market. And here's your, I guess it's your new printing, I guess you want to call it. Deadpool Kills the Marvel Universe One Last Time, #5. Here's your, I guess that's your main color, the cover. Well, yeah, it's your only cover. Guardians of the Galaxy Epic Collection Homecoming. Gwenpool number 4, here's your main cover. Here's your Ricky Yagawa variant. Helverine number 9, your main cover. And here's your Dusty Peterson variant. There will be a J. Scott Campbell, both a variant and an incentive. There's also a Stonehouse incentive. Howard the Duck by Zdarsky and Quinones. Trade paperback. Marvel Rivals Hellfire Gala number 1, main cover. Here's your Adam Warren variant. Here's your Aka Emma Frost. And then there was also an incentive for that. Here's your Chrissy Zolo and an incentive by Matteo Loli. Here's a wraparound by Meaties Games, I think. Fantastic Four, the first step's the poster book, it looks like. So I guess a lot of posters from the movie. Moon Knight, Fist of Khonshu, number 11. Here's your main cover. Here's your Philip Tan. Here's your Salvador LaRocca. It's an incentive. Predator versus Spider-Man, Patrick Gleason ratio variant. There's a second printing of number 3, and this was an incentive. And here's your Paolo Secura. This is your variant, main cover, whatever you like to call it. Red Hulk number 7. Here's your incentive by Nick Klein. Here's your Paolo Secura. This is the main cover, so now they did this out of order. So main cover, variant, incentive. Rogue, The Savage Lands, trade paperback. Spider-Man and Wolverine number 2 by Kari Andrews. It's the second printing. Then there's a incentive, also by Kari Andrews. Star Wars Legacy of Vader number 7. Here's your A cover. Here's your Chris Sprouse Revenge of the Sith 20th anniversary. I can't tell what part of the movie that is. Looks like the end. Even though it's listed as number 2 of 10, that scene looks like it's from the end. Maybe I'm not remembering Revenge of the Sith well enough. Here's your Karen DeBow variant. Here's your Miguel Mercado. It's an incentive. Storm number 11. There's your main cover. Here's your Jung Hwen Yoon. Superior Avengers number 5. David Baldian variant. Here's your Kyle Hortz. And there's your main cover. Ultimate Wolverine number 8. There's your main cover. Here's your Andrea Sorrentino. Here's your incentive by Ryan Brown. Ultimate X-Men number 18. Pete Momoko on the main cover. There's an incentive by Nicoletta Baldera. There's an incentive by Momoko. It's a design variant. There's just a regular variant by Rod Reese. Ultimates by Dennis Camp, Volume 2, All Power to the People. This is one I'll be FOCing since I'm reading the trade paperback. So I'm just going to go ahead and put in a new tab so I don't forget later. It'll let me. Yeah, it did. Okay. And that comes out, for those curious, that comes out September 16th. A little bit technical difficulties here. Give me 1 second while I re-rack. From Austin George says, Happy 4th. I hope you had a happy 4th. I hope, as I said at the top of the show, I hope we all had a happy and safe 4th of July. And I am here talking comics with you guys every week, normally on a Friday night, occasionally a Saturday morning, like today. And I'm just wrapping up the Marvel FOC here. Penguin Random House did not want to cooperate, so we are completely re-racking it. And you're right towards the end. Probably about 5 books left or so. Probably less. All right, here we are. Here's your Ultimate X-Men 18 Rod Reese variant. I don't know if I said that. Uncanny X-Men 19. Here's your A cover. Then there's an incentive variant by Adam Polina. There's an Art Germ regular variant and an incentive. Here's your Elizabeth Torque. There will also be a Frank Robbins Bicentennial Calendar Hidden Gem incentive. There will be a J. Scott Campbell, a variant and an incentive. There's a Marcus to 250th homage. It's a variant. Wolverine by Chris Claremont #1. Is Claremont writing this? Interesting. There's a Wong Hen Yoon variant. Wolverine Revenge Red Band Raw Black and White editions #2, and it's polybagged. Wolverine and Deadpool's #2 main cover, incentive by Cielo, and a Steven Segovia regular variant. So that is your FOC show for today, guys. Make sure to get your FOCs in by Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Multiple ways to do that. You can go to League of Comic Geeks and submit your FOCs by going to Flashpoint Comics and Games. You can email flashpointcomicsandgames@gmail.com. You could call the store, or you can go into the store in Winter Springs, Florida. Make sure to pick up your books. Check out the new trade paperbacks. Check out the events that they're doing and support your local comic shop. Have a great weekend, guys, and we'll talk next week.